All right, welcome to another episode. You want to think about being great in 2025? I'm Evantz Saint-Gerard. My guest is Steven
Hamoen, like laughing at the moon.
Laughing at the moon. I love that.
Yeah.
All right, so what was the reason you came here to our market center?
So, very intentional. I came here. I have an agent who was with a different brokerage. It was a very specific business brokerage. And I knew that she was going to benefit from the culture of Keller Williams. And I think there's so much Keller Williams has to offer for commercial agents looking to make a move, because Keller Williams has a culture. And I think one of the things that business brokers and people in the commercial space don't realize is they're actually running a business themselves.
Yes.
And the models and the systems that Gary Keller is so well defined for a successful agent to build a business of success, I think they can definitely benefit from.
I love that you mentioned that. Basically, connecting that all together is not just the culture, but it's also the synergy. It's the people that you build yourself around. They build you up as well. With that being said, you're in the commercial space, but you're also doing a lot of other things. You're venturing off into a lot of other things. You want to talk about basically what other services that you offer?
So Gary Keller's done a wonderful job of just blowing up my mind. And I use a lot of the models and systems that Gary has for my other businesses. The MREA book, the Millionaire Real Estate Agent book, the Red Book, so to speak, is just one of those things that help me understand about building systems and models of success in my business. So I've got, the real estate business. I've started a mortgage business back in 2014. We have about 20 agents in our mortgage business. We do mortgages in Canada, and now we do mortgages in the United States, commercial only at this point.
Good to know.
And so that is something that's really interesting. But I started another business based on it, and it's just, Gary challenges you to think big, and I'm taking on that challenge.
You want to mention another business?
Yeah, so podcasting.
Okay.
So we have a podcasting business. So our podcasting helps people be able to launch their podcast for the purposes of being able to grow and scale their business.
All right. Being that you're in Canada, do you English and French also, or basically just?
Je parle français très petit peu.
Okay, great, because your French is better than mine. I'm gonna butcher it. Basically, I'm not even gonna try because my ancestors are really rolling in their graves right now. My next question for you is basically, obviously you love what you're doing.
Yes.
What keeps you going?
Helping people find their purpose, helping people go out and really help other people. I had a lady who worked for us a long time ago, and she drove a school bus in the morning, and she said, "Steve, I want to be there for my kids, and when I drive the school bus, I can't be." And for her to be able to transition from that to the day, and it gets me teary-eyed thinking about it, to the day that she didn't have to drive that school bus, and now she's built up her own team. She's now building her own legacy. That to me is just being a part of that journey, even small or big. That's what drives me.
How old are you?
49.
All right. That's interesting, basically, coming from somebody so young. Just hearing that, basically, you want to amplify other people's lives, basically, fill them with purpose. Your purpose is to fill them with purpose.
Yeah.
I love that, and it shows basically your passion in the industry, the industries plural, that you're involved in, basically, that you're helping other people out. Obviously, as positive people, we're trying to stay positive always. Not trying. We do not try. We do.
Yeah.
We stay
there
positive.
There is no try, according to Gary.
Exactly.
Bold lives, my friend.
Exactly. Bold lives. We're trying to stay bold lives. With that being said, there are some days we're in real estate where we don't feel so great, and we feel the rest of the world just like crashing in on us. What makes you reset and hit that button and go, you know what, we're just starting all over again?
I choke someone. So at 5:30 in the morning, I get up, I go to the gym, I train Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and I choke a friend. And
that's a different podcast, by the way.
It's a different podcast. But what makes that super interesting is I do hard things. So to me is that if you want to make your life easy, Les Brown says this actually.
I love Les Brown.
If you want your life to be easy, do things that are hard. If you want your life to be hard, do things that are easy. And then you take that and you do those first things in the morning. Like if you're going out and door knocking as a realtor, do it first thing. If you're making all your calls, do it first thing. For me, it's accounting. I hate accounting. I got to get that stuff done first.
We all hate accounting.
Right? So you got to do that first thing. So do the hard things first. And if you do that, the rest of your days will be so easy.
I love that. My business partner's gonna love this part because that's what he's been trying to drill in my head for years. And I've been resistant over the years. My cameraman over here last.
So joining jiu-jitsu is what you said?
Yeah, jiu-jitsu. Camping.
Camping. That's hard. Can be.
Tough Mudder.
I love Tough.
And whatever that other thing is, basically my cameraman's smiling. He wants me to do. So yeah, it's 2025. We do say thrive in 2025. So
Yep.
we're gonna do different things basically to thrive. And I think that's the message I want to put out there. Basically, whatever you're scared of doing, find your support system, whoever that is, and reach out to them, and then basically just get it done. Do it.
You know, I think a lot of times people get caught up in themselves about thinking about things. You know, you could have a person who's standing in front of a board that's lying on the floor and say, walk across that board and they have no problem. But you put that board 10 feet up in the air, they won't do the same thing.
It's perspective.
It's all about perspective.
Yeah.
And just look at it and say, it's on the ground, let's go.
I like that. It's like, so that ties it right into real estate pretty much. I want to buy a house, but I'm scared. The payments, I'm scared. I want to buy commercial property, I'm scared. Start speaking to your professionals, listen to your professionals, and get it done.
You know, there might be a situation where it's not the right time to buy.
Exactly, but you won't know that unless you start talking.
You got to start talking to people who are going to give you real advice. The amount of times in real estate I talk to people, I did actually just 4 days ago. I talked somebody out of buying a property, and it wasn't because it was the property. It was because they were going on their first cruise.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't been on a cruise.
It was the time.
Forever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you don't want to be negotiating contracts back and forth while you're trying to go from island to island and really enjoy yourself. If we miss out on this house, so what? There's another one. Go enjoy yourself. Go have a great time.
Yeah.
Make those moments, because those moments are really important. When you come back, let's be super intentional and make things happen.
I like that.
You know, but the thing is, it's about working with people who care deeply about you.
That I repeat that last part again.
I think a lot of times what people do is when they choose a realtor, they choose somebody who's close to them, maybe not necessarily a professional. What I think is they got to choose somebody who's a professional and close to them, somebody who truly cares about them and is very knowledgeable about what they're talking about.
I think one of the things I like to pat myself on the back for this one, because I try, anybody who I'm mentoring or talking to, do not come off with commission breath, because everybody can smell that on you. If you only care about the money and you don't care about the human on the other side of the transaction, you want to make sure that basically they're happy, they're satisfied, because obviously happy clients, satisfied clients are going to refer you. And that's the ultimate game, is basically, all right, I want to make sure you guys know that I care about you, and I want to make sure you get what you want in a timely fashion. And then you're going to, wow, you know what, we love you so much, we want to refer you to Granny, we're going to refer you to Uncle Bob, Sally, whoever basically want to recommend you to other people. And you can't have that happen if you have commission breath. And I love that you said that.
You know, always being a phase of giving. And this is so much a Keller Williams model. I was watching when you were helping the other lady, just get out of her shell to be able to.
She doesn't need that much help. It's literally just
you just had to but
yeah.
For what benefit to you?
Honestly, she progresses. Guess what? I'm learning stuff from her also. As I'm helping other people, I'm learning.
It was just give.
Yeah.
Right? Just like with the audience who's listening today, the whole intention of this is to give you something that if there's a moment that you could walk away right now with something that you could do, your challenge is not just to listen to this, but actually take action with the stuff that you're learning. So if this means that you go out and you say, I'm not going to just go meet somebody today, I'm going to go give something today of myself. Go give to somebody and watch the world give back to you.
You know what? I don't want to say any more than that, basically. I just want to say thank you for taking the time to come to our office to do this podcast, to show us how to do podcasts, and just be more attentional, basically, with what we want to get done, accomplished for this year. So thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
All right, you guys know what to do. You know how to follow us, basically. I'm Evantz Saint-Gerard. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter. I'm still calling it Twitter. YouTube, TikTok, and all the other TikTok wannabes, and phone number 917-975-5985. I do speak fast because I'm a New Yorker. 917-975-5985. And Steven, how can we find you?
Just text me at 647-503-5003. Love to chat. If you want to go out and start building attention, start growing your business with intention, text me at 647-503-5003.
All right, people, pick up that phone. It's up to you. You're next.
Beautiful.